Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
A very, very warm welcome to everyone, and most of all, of course, Didi. Before I start, just a little about myself. I'm Nilu, based in Bangkok, Thailand, and I'm a regular student of Raj Yoga since last 12 years, and I attend classes at Sukhumvit Center. So thank you so much to everyone in Malaysia for giving us this opportunity, for Sister La and Kailash Bhai for trusting me enough to be able to moderate this today. The topic for today is very, very interesting. It's something, it's the call of the time now. How to remain constantly happy even while settling our karmic accounts. And of course, we are very, very fortunate that we have Baba's Nimit souls with us today in the form of Dadis, Didis, seniors who are there to clarify our doubts at every stage wherever we feel that we've got stuck in our mind and in our progress in Brahmin life. So Didi's persona needs no introduction, of course. Everyone is very well aware. Every single progress in Australasia region and every center is like Didi's child, and Didi is a perfect balance of love and law. I say that with all my heart, as my personal experience as well with Didi in all of these years. And we are very fortunate that today Didi is here to clear some very serious and some very, very genuine situations in the form of questions and answers. But before that, Didi, a very, very warm welcome to you. And ek haath se aapko tali. Or I will first invite Didi to speak a little about the topic before we move on to the questions. So over to you, Didi.
Om Shanti. Everybody has to clear their karmic account, either by suffering in Sangam Yuga or in Dharmarajpuri. Mainly Brahmins will be clearing karma in Sangam Yuga, and that will be by health problem, wealth problem, relationship problem, etc. Now, I have seen Dadis clearing karma. Mama also I have seen in detail, because Mama was in Mumbai most of the time, but nobody could feel that Mama is sick. She used to take radiation therapy, and in between the therapy, she was staying in Mumbai but taking classes. So she never stopped service until the end, and nobody realized that she is in a terminal stage of cancer. Dadi Prakashmani also was in Madhuban, in Shantivan, and one of the Australian brothers who was there while she was taking last goodbye. That time also very powerful drishti. Same thing with Dadi Manor, Dadi Shantamani. I've seen them in their last stage. They were unconscious on ventilator, given oxygen through tube, but we could never feel from their face that they are suffering. Now, this is the karmic account of many births. This being last birth, we have to settle karma now. And because sometimes people ask, oh, Mama was yogi for so many years and why she had cancer. But thing is, she had to clear karmic account of 63 births. Because Satyug and Treta, we don't do any vikarma or sinful karma. But copper age, iron age, we might have given sorrow to so many people. So we have to clear our karmic account. And that what I've seen, whether Brahma Baba, whether Dadis, they left body peacefully and they never complain about anything. They were given intravenous injections, etc. But until they could move around, even in chair, wheelchair, Dadi Prakashmani used to go out in a wheelchair to take fresh air. So everybody has to settle. Om Shanti. You can ask question, Nilu, now.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you for that little clarification. And yes, of course, as we move forward to the questions, I'm sure all of us will be quite clear by the end of this and will be hopefully in a happy stage to clear. So as we know, we repay in, like Didi said, we repay, reap and repay both in areas of health, wealth, and relationship. Moving on to the first question, Didi, what would be the state of the soul in the stages of karmic account settlement?
It depends on what stage. Because if somebody is in a powerful stage, they will be peaceful and not affected by the suffering. and they will maintain bodiless stage. Main thing is when there is a bodiless stage, people don't suffer. And those whose stage is not powerful, they will be all the time complaining to everybody, anybody about what they are going through and what treatment and which doctor, etc., etc. So they will be talking on a mundane level. Next one.
Thank you, Didi. Yes, we'll ask the next question. I would also request all souls, if you have any more questions, you are welcome to write it in the chat box, but please send it personally to me only, and wouldn't let it be for everyone. So, Didi, second question. What is the true state of happiness? What is true spiritual happiness? And what is the worldly happiness? For it seems that both happiness and sorrow are subtle illusions in some form.
True spiritual happiness is the soul is merged in love of Baba. Today also Baba says why we are fortunate. So they will see the fortune that Baba is sustaining them, Baba is teaching them, Baba is giving Srimad for being world sovereign. So they are seeing the spiritual treasures that they have received from Bap Dada. Happiness is temporary happiness. When they go and have nice favorite food, listening to the music, going on a tour of different cities or different country, dancing, concerts, buying new material things like clothes, cars, motorbike, etc. So happiness will depend on how jnani and yogi the soul is. It's not enough Gyan Yoga, they will be taking sorrow, not happiness. Om Shanti. Next one.
Om Shanti. Didi, the next question is, on the name of spirituality, many personality disordered souls get hold of power of posing as seniors and sometimes behave harsh or misbehave, or they misuse others. Emotionally, they manipulate others and remain happy themselves constantly. But everyone around them finds it very hard to remain happy. What is the way out for others around such souls?
Om Shanti. To get around such souls, one has to have courage and confidence. If they have courage, they can droth honestly tell the senior one how they feel, how they feel his behavior is. And Baba says, don't listen evil. So they should not listen to whatever criticism or manipulation is there. And do whatever best you think in that situation rather than being obedient to such soul. Or make a group of souls who are finding it difficult to deal with such senior and can complain to RC, National Coordinator or Regional Coordinator, so that the senior most person can guide that misbehaved soul. Om Shanti.
Okay. Next question, Didi.
Yeah.
How is spiritual integrity? How is spiritual integrity linked to happiness? And what does spiritual integrity look like in words and in actions?
Spiritual integrity is when thoughts, words, actions are the same. They are not having facade or false face, or they say one thing and do another thing. No. But it needs courage, inner strength, and self esteem. And it will create personal, permanent happiness. So, not temporary happiness.
Om Shanti. I'll move on to the next one, Didi.
Yeah.
When we are faced with turbulent external situations, what kind of help or how can we help our worldly relatives who do not know Baba at all, and we ourselves maintain a firm remembrance of Baba?
When there is turbulent time, external situation may be very bad, chaotic, then I have to remain stable and unshakable. They can create and create positive vibration which can help Agyani relatives. We can give solace to them, be positive, and it will really help the environment and people around us. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Didi. So the next one, how to remain in our stage of happiness when a BK senior constantly drags us into a seva which we believe is not Baba's seva, but rather their seva or their idea of seva. We are unable to say no because we fear being mistreated or ignored by them.
It depends on age, you can say no. But if you don't feel like saying no, remain positive and do it as a karma yoga. There is a pleasure, otherwise, it is a pressure. And what you have to do is not miss Amrit Vela, Morli, or evening yoga. That time you don't do that seva. Om Shanti. Next one.
Om Shanti. So when storms of Maya attack, how can we continue with constant remembrance? How are we going to train ourselves?
Keep yourself busy mentally or physically. then Maya has no chance to attack us. Train ourselves with 5 forms of yoga, or also Baba has given us exercise of going to soul world, subtle region, sakar world in a second. Then you will be able to give full stop in a second to waste thoughts or impure thoughts. So train yourself by giving mind order and mind following it in a second. Next one.
Thank you, Didi. So before I go to the next one, just a quick note. I have a lot of questions coming in the chat as well, but I'll finish the 15 questions that we already had decided, and then I will move on one by one to the other questions as well. So have patience, everyone, please. Didi, next one. As a BK who has full faith in the intellect that I will live as long as Baba takes me home with him, but if my body suffers from severe pain of the final stage of illness, should I get the pre-death care in the hospital or choose to get the care of the loveful and powerful yoga power from BK family only?
I believe that only yoga power is not going to help. So if a body is very sick, even little sick, I will go and take treatment. If needed, I Lokik family or alaukic family will visit me and give me loving vibration, yoga, etc. But medicine and meditation both are necessary. I will stay home only if the doctors say that they can't help me anymore. Then I will go. That's what happened with Mama. Doctors told on 4th June or around before that, around 2nd or 3rd June, that now we can't help your mother. She can go wherever she wants to leave the body. And while she was seriously sick, we brought her to Madhuban. Next one.
Yes, Didi. To prepare for the settlement of everyone's accounts in this turbulent state, how should we plan for the management of center's assets? If cash is deposited at the bank, will it be safe? Or should it be withdrawn and kept? Because if there is turbulence, we will not be able to withdraw money from the bank or cannot get full amount back. I would like Didi to advise me on how to manage it so that it is appropriate.
It depends on the country, because in some countries it's not safe to keep it at home. If anybody knows that you have money, they can rob you, kill you. But if your country is not too dangerous to keep money at home, keep it in the safe, most of them, or keep it in a national bank, big bank, because small bank can close down anytime or they may get bankrupt, etc. So we we have to decide upon the situation of our country. Om Shanti. Next one.
Yes, Didi. Our karmic debts settle in areas of health, wealth, and relationships. So if we are broke and unable to even participate and take benefit of a alaukic life, what sort of practices and awarenesses to keep to maintain constant happiness within?
Om Shanti. If we are disabled or unable to go to center, nowadays we have morely online YouTube classes to refresh ourselves. And what one has to do is churn gyan, keep bodiless stage, and remember Baba. Baba is constantly giving us imperishable jewels of jnana in us. So, as I said, at the moment, whilst electricity and Wi Fi is there, we are able to take benefit on Zoom classes and YouTube classes. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Next one. BKs come together to create heaven together. But each one has to settle his or her own karmic account. While we lack in everything, example, money, and during economic collapse, everything will be in need, turbulent, and lacking. How can BKs help or support each other in an appropriate way at such a time? BKs who surrender at the center do not have any source of income, do not have money of their own. So, who will give help when they are sick? And those who do not stay at the center but are going to Baba's service closely at center, what kind of help can we give each other at that time?
Om Shanti. Those who are surrendered to Baba, Baba will definitely help them in some way or other. Whenever and whoever I have served and sustained will be happy to serve me if I've served them lovefully and sincerely. All BKs will not have financial problem, so some will help that surrender soul. Those who are staying at home and have served center in their time of need, the center will help them. In London, we have a team of BKs who look after the sick and elderly BKs. They take meals at least 2 times a day and take the patient to the doctor, bring medicine, fruits, etc., whatever is needed. And in some countries like Australia, government is providing pension or dole, and there are flats for seniors who can afford to pay them, and they are looked after very well by government. There will be nurses attending them. The maids will be cleaning their house, and if they need food, they will be providing. But center also can provide the food if BK is pakka. Om Shanti. Next one.
Om Shanti. Often in rancid, sour relationships, we do not give hurt or sorrow, etc., but how to build a strong filter and a shield to not take hurt and sorrow, be it lokik or alokik.
Baba says, neither take sorrow nor give sorrow. We should not take sorrow. In Kali Yuga, everyone is Rajo or Tamo. So their activity, words can hurt weak ones. But strong BKs can wear the shield of yoga and remain unshakable. They see but don't see. Listen but don't listen. Because Baba says, hear no evil. Listen through one ear, take out through other. And that's what we have to do, because we know that there is a variety of sanskars even amongst Brahmins. We can't expect everybody to be Sato Pradhan. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So in case of a BK who has opened a Gita Pathshala, but at this time that there is no activity, next month she will retire, so she wants to go and stay at the main center to do Baba's service there. What is the advice or criteria Didi will give for this?
Those who want to stay in center, they should have healthy body, because otherwise others will have to serve them rather than they serving others. They should be serviceable, able to give courses, classes, morally, etc. All rounder. In Madhuban, we allow only those who are below 40 to surrender. They may stay in center but not call surrender, because surrender souls, Yajna becomes completely responsible for them, providing food, medicine, clothes, everything. In West, we allow any age, but should be more than 18 years, because then they are mature and not live center life. So elderly people should maintain good relationship with logics, so that they are able to take their cooperation in kind. The person who surrenders should be sweet, loving, caring. In London, Dadi used to say to young girls that they should know driving, typing, giving courses, etc. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So we're almost nearing the end of questions here, and I will start taking the questions on the chat with Didi's permission after this. So Next one is, when soul is settling karmic account in the form of serious illnesses like cancer and there is acute pain for a long time, it is very difficult to remain happy. What can help in such a situation?
Cancer patient with acute pain can keep themselves busy also, because there was a patient she was very serviceable and giving courses and classes and going here and there. But when she became sick, still she used to ring people and give gyan. Now, nowadays, those patients who have severe pain, doctors give them pethidine injection, which is a painkiller. What they insert some tube in stomach, and as soon as the pain is there, they just push the needle in and push the injection in. So that how they can be relieving pain and remain happy. And whenever Dadi Janki was in hospital, she was serving people, doctors, patients, nurses, by giving toli, blessings, and knowledge. So you can be happy, peaceful, and it will be a good example. Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti. So the last one from the list, and then I will start the chat box questions. How should we prepare ourselves now in order to be a spiritual server at the time of final moments?
We have to now prepare ourselves by being constant yogi, soul conscious, bodiless stage. Be Master Almighty. There will be queue of suffering people, and we should be able to give peace, happiness, love, and whatever they need. They will be thirsty of just a drop of love, our drishti. So our presence should help them in that final moments. Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti. Okay, thank you, Didi. So now we have a lot of questions in the chat box. I will just take them one by one in chronological order, if I have your permission.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, okay. The first question, Om Shanti Didi. Original sanskars of a deity is of purity, peace, love, and happiness is the reward. What are the effort-making Brahmins' original sanskars of paying attention and practice? Question mark. Baba says that Maya is in fact our own weakness. So is it possible that our own weakness is revealed through someone else's nature and sanskar?
Definitely, people get affected by others' nature and sanskar because they Brahman expect everybody to harmonize sanskar and to be divine, but not everybody is divine. And so they will be affected. especially if they are not strong enough. And what was the first part of our question?
So the first part of the question was that original sanskars of deity is of purity, peace, love, and so happiness is the reward. So effort making Brahmin's original sanskar, is it the sanskar of paying attention and practice? That's a question mark.
Yes, definitely we have to pay a lot of attention in Brahman life to maintain our original and eternal sanskars, which are purity, peace, love, happiness, etc. So, value that happiness and don't let it be taken away by anybody's sanskar, habits, criticism, defamation, etc. So, without effort, without attention, we cannot maintain happiness.
Okay.
Next one.
Om Shanti. Next one is, we all follow Srimat with the understanding that it will stop us from creating any more karmic accounts. Yoga gives us the power to defeat Maya, and also it helps in creating new karmic accounts. However, how to settle our outstanding accounts? Does service help in this? Or do we need to do some special act to reduce the account of the karmic?
Service do help, but main thing that will help to dissolve our past karmic account is seed stage yoga or volcanic yoga, which can help to burn away past vikarma. Charitable karma will help to some extent. And if we have done some vikarma in this life, then I feel it is good to confess it to the soul and say, sorry, I have done this. And also to Baba, confess our vikarma. That will make us light by confessing, and that will help us to have good yoga. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. True, Didi. And next one is also interesting question. What to do when I feel isolated and cornered in a Lokik and in Lokik situations?
Why you feel isolated? Because you can be always with Baba. Make Baba your companion and you will never feel isolated. Baba will give you company, help, cooperation, everything. Om Shanti.
Oh, Shanti. So next is Didi. Could you explain, please explain, what does Baba mean when he says the original sanskars of Brahmin is of paying attention and practice?
It's not original sanskar, it is original direction from Baba to pay attention, be soul conscious all the time, remember Baba, churn gyan, churn cycle. So we have to develop everything new. As a Brahman, your relations are new, your sanskar new, your nature new, everything should be new.
Okay. Next one, Didi. Om Shanti. I was wondering in regards to relationship karmic settlements, at what point do you keep on putting up with the dysfunctional relationship, and when do you walk away from it?
As soon break that relationship. If a child is there, very young child, then you may carry on until the child is 5 years old, because then the father can take care of the child, or you can take the care of child. But one thing is you must be detached. Second thing, you should be earning money and self-sufficient, because at least Hindu society, they will not accept. So parents may give support or may not give. So you should be able to look after the child, working, earning, etc. Or in some countries like Australia, they give some special amount of money to single mothers. So then it's not big problem. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Okay. Next question is a very different question, very interesting one. I would also love to know the answer to this actually. Dear Didi, on YouTube, BK Awakening TV is a video that in part it praises as the ones who brought good times to India, Bhagat Singh and other Indian terrorists who used violence to throw out the British. Is this karma and a defamation of Baba and the Yagya?
Why Baba? It is Bhagat Singh fighting with British. It's not Baba or Brahman fighting with British. So it's not defamation to Baba. They are showing the past history of these great souls, because now in India, everywhere, they are remembering all those people who fought for freedom of India, because they don't know that our real enemy is Maya. They are not fighting Ravan, but they are fighting only either amongst themselves, or they fought to liberate India from British rule.
Thank you, Didi. Next one is, Baba says, always serve yourself when you are serving others. How to do this? And Didi, please explain how to have a balance of both, and that is serving the self and serving others, and move forward.
Everybody has double responsibility. Agyanis also, to serve self and serve family, and maybe have job also. And so Baba says have a balance. 8 hours Gyan Yoga Seva, 8 hours for body, and 8 hours for job or family. So we have to have balance. Amrit Vela should be for myself. Murli should be definitely every day, and evening yoga definitely there. So that will serve myself and being karma yogi throughout the day. You do whatever activities you have to do, but yoga. And those women who are working, the husbands should also help, and children also should be helping the mother, because children can do some small task as drying dishes or mopping floor or doing their own karma yoga like washing, ironing, etc., so that the mother's load is less. Husbands also should help, because in the West, many women are working. So husbands should not expect wife to look after children, job, and household things. They should also help in whatever it is. I remember in London, we had a couple who had 2 children. And what mother used to do is, the wife used to do is, told husband to go to class alternate day, and she will go to class alternate day. In the beginning, she used to take the child on trolley, but then she learned driving, and she used to drive herself from her home to center and come alternate day with the child. The older girl, the father will take to the school. So that's how she used to really attend Murli class every alternate day. So the aim should be Murli, meditation, karma yoga, and that will be always possible even in a job. What I suggest is, whenever you take a drink, remember Baba. Whenever you go to toilet, remember Baba. Whenever you are drinking water, remember Baba. Even when you are lifting phone, you can remember Baba. So find time to remember Baba.
Yes, Didi. So the next one is, Didi, please explain how to accumulate in the account of actions by interacting and connecting with the gathering.
We can accumulate charitable karma by giving gyan to the gathering, by having good wishes for everyone, pure feeling for everyone, and enthusiastic. If I'm enthusiastic, I can enthuse others. So my transformation can inspire others to be transformed. So we have to be good example and always be ready on Baba's service and Baba's remembrance.
Yes, Didi. This question, I think I need to hide my face. It's interesting question again by a sister. If there is is there a karmic account through sleep, like unable to wake up on time for classes? Um, if we are unable to wake up in time for classes, what should we do?
There should be determined thought. There was one brother in Mauritius who had written on the top of his diary, first page, I love to be Raja and not have love for Rajai. Because usually in winter, people feel like just sleeping under blanket. And that is blanket Hindi is Rajai and kingdom is Rajai. Sovereignty is Rajai. So if you have that determined thought that I must be listening to Murli fully as an alert person, then I'm sure you can wake up at least for Murli, if not Amrit Vela, at least for Murli, you should be in time. I think that must be the last question. Now it's 11 o'clock, no?
It's yeah, we have just 3 minutes, Didi. We have quite a few questions left, but I will go by whatever you say.
One more. One more.
Okay. How to remain happy during financial crisis?
We have got imperishable jewels of knowledge, powers, virtues, etc. So during economical crisis, Baba says my children will get at least dal and chapati. So we should not worry about obedient to Baba and following Srimad. Baba will definitely help us. Okay, that was a question, no? Financial crisis.
Yes, Didi. So with that, we should now uh, give a full stop to at least just this session for now.
Yeah, those who have other questions, they can write to me and I will answer them, but not
Ji,
now.
Ji. Thank you so much, Diti. No words are enough from all of us for clarifying such things. And sometimes we fear asking a question, thinking that it is going to look very childish or dumb sometimes. But I'm happy that we could ask you, and you were, as always, to the point, nothing less, nothing more. So a lot to assimilate in today's session. Thank you so much, Didi. We'll end the session. Thank you everyone for joining in. And as Didi said, if there are any further questions, you are welcome to write to Didi and she'll be happy to answer you. Thank you, Didi.
We'll have 1 minute meditation.
Ji, yes.
Om Shanti, everybody.